That's why it's a real a problem. It's not abstract by any means. This is a real problem, and people felt that there just wasn't the kind of hands-on leadership that they expected from Mayor Bloomberg.
And the storm cleanup took much longer than it has any other time in the past, and I think they miscalculated, and they didn't start out early enough, put down salt quickly enough, and plow fast enough.
It was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous.
It's over a weekend, and I still haven't had to move my car. I mean, I enjoy that, but it's not a snow emergency anymore. There's still tons of recycling, Christmas trees. At least they've gone to the trash.
Welcome back to the call. More snow is on the way, and Mayor Bloomberg insists his team won't screw it up this time. How do you think the city should improve its storm response? 866-NY1 talk or email the call at NY1.com. Let's go back to the phones. Mark's on the Upper East Side. Mark, thanks for calling in. We're talking about a bunch of different things tonight, all related to the storm. What's on your mind?
Good evening, John. John, I have to tell you, I tried calling innumerable times last week. I feel someone has to defend our mayor.
Go ahead. I've tried with emails, but you're definitely in the minority on this story.
I realize that. Just to make a point, I live on the Upper East Side, a few blocks from the mayor. Now, here's the point I want to make. When the storm first hit, some blocks were clearly cleared better than others. 79th Street, where the mayor lives, and they keep citing that as an example, that's a major thoroughfare, connects East Side and West Side. It's a block away from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Clearly, anyone with a modicum of intelligence recognizes that's a major thoroughfare, a major source of commerce, and that's an important street. Having said that, though, a few blocks away where I live, some streets were clear and some weren't. And that's part and parcel to living in a huge city. Some streets were cleared better than others. And if I can add something to it, everyone who's commented throughout the storm has said, well, trucks couldn't get through, plows couldn't get through, cars were abandoned everywhere. When I kept the car in Manhattan, now, I live in the mayor's neighborhood, I could not afford to park in a garage, so I kept it on the street. But I knew when a storm was coming, common sense had to prevail. I had to bite the bullet and garage it for those few days the storm was coming. How come no one is holding the people responsible who left their cars, who abandoned their cars, causing all the confusion, all the chaos, allowing for clouds not even to get through if they were there?
I guess okay, thank you for making it, Mark. I appreciate it. I guess what we've been hearing, especially from the outer borough residents, is that the lifestyle's a bit different. You know, there are no parking garages on Staten Island and in southern Brooklyn. There may be a few, but it's not a practice that's common to go and garage my car. I've got to park it in front of my house or on my block, hopefully, and I don't have too many options in the outer boroughs. I can't just walk 30 feet to the deli to get what I need. I have to get in my car and drive in many cases. So the outer borough stories and the stories from Manhattan have been different, clearly different over the last 11 days. Thanks, Mark. Here's an email defending the sanitation department. So I'll read it now to balance the conversation a bit. It's Dave from Ozone Park, Queens. Sanitation is not to blame. A lot of people called 911 for minor issues. Also, sanitation is not responsible, especially since they're down 400 men. Most streets were blocked by disabled cars because of the lack of a snow emergency being declared. Ultimately, Bloomberg is to blame for not calling a snow emergency. It's Dave from Ozone Park. Linda's in Park Slope and has the floor. Linda, go ahead.
Hi. I watched the news conference this afternoon, and I was really offended. I was offended by a mayor who replied to a reporter's question as to where he was during the blizzard, and the mayor indignantly, offensively, I thought, just said, it's none of your business. I'm entitled to a private life just as you are. And I disagree. He's a publicly elected official who bent the law so that he could have his third term in office. And I think there are questions he's responsible for.
He's never, ever, in now, going on 10 years, said where he is on his private time. He's always maintained that stance. So the mayor may have been in New York City, but he just refuses to say where he is out of principle.
Well, that's his principle, but what about the people who elected him? He should show his face and say, I'm here with you.
We should do a whole show just on that. Does a mayor, whether it's Bloomberg or whoever the next mayor is, does a mayor need to tell New Yorkers whether he or she is in town. It's an interesting show.
That's another show, but I didn't like the way he answered the reporter. It was really condescending.
Linda from Park Slope. Linda, thanks. Let's stay with the phones and go to Al, who is watching right here in Chelsea. Al, what's on your mind?
Good evening, John. I feel it's unconscionable and appalling that a mayor and a governor of the mayor of the city of New York and the governor of the state of New Jersey have the unmitigated gall to stand there and tell the public that they have a private life and that it's none of their business where they go. I think if you have a responsibility that you're entrusted to by the voting public who put you there in office, that you were elected by the public to serve, then I don't think you have any right to say that. People voted for you. You're entrusted with their safety. And I think it's unconscionable and just unimaginable to say something like that. And also to tell people that they should go to a Broadway show and not worry so much about what's going on. I mean, this is no way for a public official to talk to the people that he's supposed to serve and who elected him.
The Broadway show comment resonates, Al. I'm still getting emails about it. That was clearly a mistake and the wrong thing to tell New Yorkers when they were stuck, basically, inside their homes or on the street. Thanks. I got some tweets here. We're getting some tweets. Here's Dana on a tweet, wondering why the EMS guy was demoted and not the head of sanitation. Isn't it Doherty's fault EMS was stuck in the snow? That's Dana's tweet. And we got a tweet from Realty. Well, there'll be more snow to come, so let's see how the blame game goes. You too can tweet us at NY1 The Call. Let me try to get one last email in about garbage. It's Ursuline in Queens. You guys have got to be kidding. Here in St. Albans on 112th Avenue, the streets are lined with garbage bags, and my garage is filling up with the recycling bags. In Bayside, where I work, garbage cans are lining the street. Driving around Queens Village, Cambria Heights, Laurelton, there are garbage cans and bags everywhere. So how can they say trash has been picked up at least once? I beg to differ. Ursuline from Queens. That's all the time we have for now. You can read all the viewer emails online at ny1.com. And once again, you can follow us on Twitter at NY1 The Call. I'm John Schumo, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.